Ram arguably sells a lot of trucks, the 1500 being the best-selling truck in their lineup. The real question is, when you have 10 different trims competing for the #1 spot of bestseller in the 1500 lineup, which one wins out? At least if you go on Google and Reddit and all those search engines, it's the 1500 Bighorn. But the question is the Bighorn really the big dog of the lineup, or is it overhyped? My name's John with the Car Explorer, and today we're going to try to answer that question. Is the Ram 1500 Bighorn 2025 actually worth the hype? We're going to look at the performance, the features, and everything in between so you can make an informed buying decision. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's start up front with the engine options. Trucks are supposed to be big and powerful machines, and you would hope it would have an engine to back it up. I think it delivers here. You get two engine options, a 3.6-liter V6 engine giving you 305 horsepower and 271 pound-feet of torque. Or you can take the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder engine, which has a twin turbo on it, and that gives you 420 horsepower and 469 pound-feet of torque. Gone, unfortunately, is the flagship Hemi V8 from, well, the entire Ram lineup, not just the 1500. Although there are rumors that the Hemi V8 is coming back into production in August, but for now, we have these two engine options here. This truck in front of me has the twin turbo engine, and it feels pretty good. Gas mileage on these engines are claimed to be 20 miles per gallon city and 25 highway, but let's be honest, you probably weren't looking at a Ram if you were worried about fuel economy. There is a ton of customization available for this truck. If you go over to Ram's build and price tool, you can see for yourself. 8 different color options, which surprisingly only white and red are free. I would figure maybe they'd throw in a blue there just for the giggles. 4 different wheel options, multifunction tailgate, running boards, deluxe cloth seats versus a bench seat. In this particular version, we have the deluxe cloth seats, which I'll talk about a little bit later. A large touchscreen versus the small one, a night edition package, bed upgrades, 2 different Bighorn equipment groups, and trailer options. Jeez, this list just keeps going on. Additionally, this truck also comes in the crew cab 6-foot 4-inch bed, crew cab 5-foot 7-inch bed, and a quad cab 6-foot 4-inch bed as well. The crew cabs having a little bit more space for passengers than the quad. Again, there are just so many options here. Only this trim and the Tradesman, additionally, have all the bed and cab options in case you really are particular about needing one specific kind. What I can say is this. With so many upgrades, it starts to make sense to me why this might be a top-selling trim, considering just how much you can customize this to your liking. Yes, I know you'll go and probably buy one off the lot and you're not going to order a specific kind, but the fact that there are so many variations of this one truck trim, you're bound to find one with the features that you like. Let's take a minute to look at the looks. For me, this is a traditional Ram. It is big. It embodies truck. It embodies that big American truck. Now, if you've never been in a Ram before or seen one, which is surprising considering these are everywhere, but this feels like a luxury slash just big truck. And overall, it kind of shows. It's smooth lines. There's nothing really crazy going on here. It just is calling on the years of design that Ram has had to build up to this. It's could be a make or break for you depending on if you really like the Ram styling. And I think that, that comes down for every truck in the lineup. When you're looking at Chevy, Toyota, they all have their distinct look, and Ram is not different in that regard. So for me, it's nice. I like the look of the Ram. Has an aggressive front grille. It has sleek lines all around it. The bed is very nice to get in and out of and look at. Overall, it feels good on the outside. Stepping into the Bighorn, it definitely feels luxurious almost, which is surprising when you realize what the materials are. A lot of the materials in here, like for example, all up in here, this is all plastic, but it looks like leather. Even these sideboards, they're more like a rubbery plastic. The steering wheel is a leather wrap, albeit it's that kind of, it's plasticky fake leather, which it's all fake leather. I get that. But like this, it feels not super rugged, but feels good compared to this big, massive center console, which does feel like it has a very rugged leather top, and that makes sense. You're going to be putting your arm here all the time. You're going to be using it on those long drives, just sitting there like this, and it feels good. You have a ton of space here. That's the one. If there's one thing I can say, this just feels massive, and I get it. It's a truck. It's big, but it does feel very big. You get in this, you feel like you're definitely like about to start up. I'm not going to call it a spaceship. I've called other cars spaceships. This does not feel like that, but it definitely feels like you're stepping into something, a big piece of machinery. And some of that shows even, in this hybrid setup that is the speedometer. You have the screen in the middle. You have two regular analog speedometers. It feels good. The steering wheel itself feels good in the hand, like overall. Like, I don't really have complaints. I worry about this texture, like long term, like whether it'll wear, especially like if you're using this, if you're a tradesman or something, you get like oil on your hands or getting that in these. I don't know how well this is gonna hold up long term. A lot of this stuff is soft touch plastic. Some of this, I'll have to see if I can get this on video. Like, this almost looks like it's trying to be like painted metal, which looks interesting. It's a cool choice. You got a lot of Bighorn branding. Another surprising thing is this seat. It really just, and I'm a bigger guy. You can clearly tell that from the intro. And it cups me very well. It's very comfortable. And I was surprised. I got in and I went, oh, this is nice. And then looked, and it's cloth. This is a cloth comfort seat. And it feels just very comfortable. I'm very surprised with how nice it feels. And I assume with it being cloth, it's going to be a little bit better in the summers if you're in those scorching summer areas where like the black leather seats will just catch your thighs on fire. So it feels very good. My biggest pet peeve, which they've seemingly resolved a little bit, is this shifter. It is a dial. Now, when I am not touching anything, it has this like resistance. It won't just go. You put it in drive and it is very clicky. You can't just keep turning it. It feels decent and it feels very pronounced when you use it. And I understand like they've come a long way. I remember years and years ago having a dial that just spun and it just felt like you could just spin it one way and spin it back. This feels very purposeful and I'm happy about it. It's the best iteration I've seen of it thus far. You also have all your controls for 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, your auto off piece here. Steering wheel controls, you have all the controls for your drive modes, controls for the little screen here, answering calls, all the standard. Your intelligent cruise control is here. There are some buttons here on the back as well for controlling things. Your gear limit is up here. A lot of controls here for the windows. You have auto up and down on both front windows. Love to point that out because it's weird where some cars come with it on just the driver's side but not the passenger. It feels like, why? Why not? Just do all of it. And again, I'll come back to this, like how much space you have here. This is a huge. There's so much space down here. I could fit me down here. This whole thing slides. It doesn't come out, but this whole middle piece slides. You could just put everything down here. I feel like a small mouse could live here. You put like some little stuff and he could live down here. So much room. You have wireless charging up here, which is great. You could set your phones in here and it has little like holders. Plenty of charging, double USB-C and USB-A, and it still has an aux port, which is great when, like, if you got a lot of guys coming in to your truck and using it, that's fantastic. Let's talk about the touchscreen. I don't know. This touchscreen to me is divisive. A lot of cars are going long, elongated, and this is going up and down. It's interesting. It's nice. I love that there's still a lot of buttons. I'm a button guy. You know that if you've watched any of my other videos, which you probably should. I just released a Tucson video last week. I think it's a good video, but it doesn't have me in it like this. So maybe keep watching this one. Point of the matter is, this has an elongated touchscreen. Has a lot of controls still here, though. You still have your fan options. You still have heating and cooling buttons. Now, it shows the heating and cooling on the screen, and you can still tap into it and control it here, but you get the option to do it physically in the buttons, and I love that. You have your lane keep assist on and off here. You have your four-way stop. You also have a volume knob, a very nice big volume knob. tuner knob, your AC controls, everything that I would think you would need on your road trip when you're driving, it's all here for you. In terms of lagginess, not really much. It switches pretty... That takes a bit. That does take a bit. I'm a little... And this is the upgrade. A lot of apps. Now, like, when you're in an app, it moves pretty quick. But switching between them, like going from home to media, comfort, there's just a little delay. This particular Bighorn has the trailer package. So if your trailer steering, you can push to center. You have your braking back there. Plenty of stuff going on. Heated seats on this particular one. Heated steering wheel, which is great. Now, there's no button, which is kind of interesting. There's no button on the steering wheel for the heated steering wheel. You have to go in to the menu to turn it on and off, which is perplexing. You have snow, tow, sport, off-road, and auto. Those are your drive modes. Snow, tow, sport, off-road, auto. And yeah, there's a lot of options here. Messages, you can do your music control from the center screen. Shows you your miles per gallon, shows you your mileage, shows you your different trips. You can have just the 2 trips. All your PSI information for all your tires. It also tells you there's like a whole vehicle info. There's a ton of vehicle info panels. How good your battery is, your oil level, oil life, oil pressure, oil temperature, trans temperature, coolant temperature, gauge summary. Oh my gosh, fuel economy. It's all here. And yeah, I mean, the screen is okay. Like I said, I wish it was a little more faster. More faster. Very speed, very fast. But yeah, I wish it was a little bit better. Overall, it's still good. This particular guy, you have a bed cam that goes out to have like a digital display up here, which is cool. Love that. And you, of course, make it a regular mirror, and you just flip it back up. There is settings here. This is like, yeah, a full screen. You can change it to be, you can change the brightness. You can change it to be trailer cam. If you have a camera hooked up to the trailer, you can switch it. It's all available here, which is really nice. Up top, you got a ton of options. Because if you didn't see, and I'll pan up, obviously, you have a beautiful big sun pano roof. You have the actual sunroof itself, so you can tilt it up, get yourself some air, tilt it down. And I kind of like this a little bit more. These are just basic switches back and forth. There's so many systems where it's like this rocker. You know what I'm talking about. It's like this big rocker system. These are just all buttons for, hey, do you want it open or you want it closed? So this is the whole thing. You want to send it all the way back. It'll do it. And then you click it and it goes closed. You want to just send the shade, because there's a shade. You want to send the shade up or back. It'll do it. And the rear window, you can open and close here. Very cool, very nice. You have your 2 little LED little light thingies here. Great. Do we got mirrors? Mirror 1 with lights. Mirror 2 with lights. They're incandescents, but that's fine. And you have your garage stuff up here as well. And then over here you have, hidden compartment. Hidden compartment. I love hidden compartments. Like, it almost looks like it doesn't open, and this almost looks like a speaker grill, and you press it, and it's like, wow. Hidden compartment. Down here, glovey. Not much going on. Hey, I gotta say again, man, this is comfy. I could drive this for days and be very, very happy. Very comfy. Let's jump in the back. Hey, good to see you in the back. Wow. Let's talk about the rear of the car, which is where your guests will probably be hanging out, or your tools. Or if you're like me, in the back of my car is a skateboard and miscellaneous other items that sometimes I use, or I keep telling my wife I'll use. Enough about that. The reality is, back here is also very comfortable. You have a ton of room. There is nothing here. Like, it's just open space. You can, this is great. I really, this is such a nice rear interior. Now, again, this is the crew cab. This is not the quad. So you're getting more space for your passengers, and it feels it. You got a little cup holder here for the drinkies, which is great for the McDonald's run. Cloth seats, obviously, like I said up front. And these 2
while they don't bolster you, obviously, like the driver's seat would, is comfy. And I know that that like shouldn't be a a hallmark feature, but there are cars I've gotten into that are not comfy. I'm looking at you, Alfa Romeo, at the Lehigh Valley Auto Show 6 years ago. That was not a comfy car. This is a comfy car. In the front here, you got dual cup holders, albeit it is a reach. Like, I'm back here. If I'm here, I'm not. That's a reach. And maybe that's because I'm short. This is better. This is comfy. Dual rear pockets. 2 of them. 2 rear pockets. So many pockets. Love that. You have a little pocket here. Again, so many pockets. Dual cup holders. 2 vents that you can turn on and off. A full USB outlet. Or sorry. Yes, you do have 2 USB outlets. You have 2 USB-A, 2 USB-C, and a full 12-volt big boy outlet. I don't know what it's called. It's what, AC outlet? 115 volt, 400 watts. That's so nice. Like that random item that you don't have a USB cord for, USB-C, USB-A, and it only has a wall plug, but it only takes like 15 watts. You can plug it in right here while the car's running. That's awesome. Beyond that, you have some of these hooks for hanging your suit when you go to a job thingy. You got handles for when dad's going a little crazy in the truck. He's got to be like, Dad, what are you doing? You know what I mean? We relatable, right? And yeah, I mean, there's big rubber floor mats, so when you spill your Slurpee, there's plenty of space for it to go. But I just love how like there's so many trucks where like in the middle, you could seat somebody here in the middle and it not be terrible. This feels good. This feels very good. And I'm very happy with it. 10 out of 10 would sit back here for a road trip. Let's jump to the bed. There's not really much to write home about here in the bed. I mean, it is a bare bones bed. There's not even a bed liner on this. Now, again, you can always get a bed liner. You could always get, you know, a cover for this. This particular one doesn't come with the cover. It doesn't come with a bed liner. It's a very shiny metal bed. And surprisingly, not a lot going on in it. You don't have any plugs in this one. You have 4 tie-down points. You do have the window, the automatic window that goes out, and that's great. These cup holders that don't really hold anything. I don't know the purpose, but it's there. And yeah, nothing really to talk about much with the bed. Obviously, you have the camera up there, which is great. This is a soft open bed, so you put it up. There is an electronic release. It's a button here. You can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it's an electronic release. So you press it, soft open, no automatic close, but this is a very light tailgate, aluminum obviously. So it's very, you can do this with one hand, and it closes. Big old Ram logo. You got your trailer hitch, dual exhaust, big horn. Not much to talk about with the rear. It's a truck, it's a big bed. Let's move on. Overall, I think the big horn makes sense for the Ram 1500. I mean, it's not the tradesman. You could go lower and go to the tradesman, but to me, that's the contractor truck. That's the white truck with a contractor company buys like 20 of, and they beat the crap out of them, right? This is, I believe, that entry step for most people if you're buying a truck and you want to have regular creature comfort features. And the biggest thing is its customizability. I mean, we saw it. There's so many packages for this truck. You can get, like okay, for example, right? This 1500 Bighorn literally sitting in front of me doesn't have a bed liner. You can get one for it. It's a package. There's a spot for it, and your dealer probably will have it. There are so many things, appearance packages. Like, this is one of the most customizable trims that's out there. If you scroll through the other trims, some of them will have features that this will not, but the things that I feel like people care the most about, you can get on this truck. And it has all the things that you would do with a truck. Like, again, this guy has a trailer towing package. Here in Pennsylvania, a lot of people have trailers. They tow their ATVs, they tow their boats. It makes sense why this has a trailer package on it, but maybe not a bed liner. Maybe people don't throw, like, you know, a lot of crap in their bed that's like gravel and stuff that would scratch it. I don't know. I would get a bed liner. That's just me. But it's not on this truck, but you could probably get it. There's a package for it. There's a thing you could do, or you could even add it aftermarket, but we're not talking about that. When we come down to features, there's a lot. You could choose the smaller screen. Don't like that big touch screen? Go to the small one. Don't like the look of the Bighorn? Guess what? There's another appearance package. There's so much you can do with this truck, and it's so surprising, and it kind of makes sense. Also, big horn just sounds cool. Like, big horn, big horn, big horn. I don't know. It sounds fun. And I could see you going to the guys at the bar being like, what'd you buy? Big horn. But I don't know, I'm just a guy, I'm just the car explorer. My name is John, and I am here reviewing the 1500 Big Horn for 2025. You let me know what you think about this trim of truck. Should I look at others? Do you think that this deserves to be the best-selling trim? No, sir, the other one is the best one. You tell me in those comments down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I'm doing one of these every single week. And you can see me being all silly, being a big boy in a big truck and a big horn. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.